Happy, merry, whatever it is you celebrate, almost Happy New Year. I haven't been here in a really long time. I started a new weekly feature on my blog called Workday Wardrobe, which is where I show in pictures everything I wore during the week, Monday through Friday, to work, and explain a little bit about why I wore such and such on a specific day, how I put the things together, etc. And that sort of took the place of what I wore in a week here in YouTube, in a much easier for me to manage method. YouTube is much higher production level requirements that I just don't have, but I want to give it another try. I don't know if those of you who have actually followed me and continue to watch, I know there's not a lot of you, but I really appreciate those of you who are here and comment and like. But I don't know if any of you are on Instagram, because I'm thinking of moving really any of my YouTube content over to Instagram and Instagram stories. Instagram really seems to be like the place to be right now. Never getting rid of my blog. My blog is my home. That's where I have a wonderful community of followers and friends and people, and I feel like I'm better in long form. I love Instagram, but I feel like Instagram doesn't really love me. But I do know that if you want to be trying to make an income or even a living off of being a blogger, vlogger, Instagrammer, whatever, you do need to be on Instagram right now. And so I do want to put more useful content over there, do more stories over there. So this might actually be my last, or one of my last, YouTube vlogs until the time when I can get better at doing the videos, editing the videos, getting them up in a timely manner, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, all that said, today is about Nordstrom Trunk Club. Now, last summer, I let go of my Gwynnie B, the plus-size rental clothing service I'd been using for almost 5 years, I think. And which was such a great asset to me because it allowed me to try things that I wouldn't normally, excuse me, that I wouldn't normally spend money on to buy, or I wouldn't necessarily want to include in my wardrobe on a permanent basis. So it gave me the freedom to have a little fun. Let me back up a step. My actual wardrobe is very basic. I have a lot of neutrals. I have a lot of simple, classic, tailored, what some people might call boring pieces. But I like things that all go together. I like things that can mix and match and make as many different outfits as possible from as few items as possible. But it can get a little boring towards the end of any season when I feel like I've done every possible combination of every single item that I have. And so then it's really nice to have some new, fun, whimsical, different, colorful, jazzy, trendy something addition in your wardrobe for a week or two or a wear or two. But Gwynnie B and I weren't exactly seeing eye to eye anymore. I wasn't liking the styles as much. I was in a little bit of a financial thing, and so I dropped the service. But within a few months, I realized that really had filled a big hole in my fashion life. And so I'm trying a few new things. I'm trying another rental service called Nuuly, N-U-U-L-Y. And I'll do another video on that if anybody wants to see. I have another box coming from them in about a week. They are a little different from Gwynnie B in that, yes, it's a rental service. Yes, you pay a monthly subscription fee, but instead of, with Gwynnie B, I paid the subscription fee to get one item out at a time. So I'd get the item, I'd wear it right away, I'd pack it up, I'd send it back the next day. There really wasn't time to wear the item, style it different ways, wear it different ways at different times for different occasions, because you wanted to get as many items in a month as you could to get the most bang for your subscription fee buck. With Nuuly, you pay the monthly subscription fee, and they send you 6 items, and you have all 6 items for a month. So, and unlike Gwynnie B, you get to select the actual items that you want. So if I want the Cognac leopard, lizard, what is it called? Snakeskin. Cognac snakeskin moto jacket, and the ivory ruffled blouse, and the Madewell washed black denim jeans, I can get all three, have them at the same time, and truly create an outfit, as opposed to Guinea where you just got one thing and you had to hope you had something already in your wardrobe to complete the outfit. And you can wear the things multiple times. Like, I'm going away in February, so I've already picked out things that I want to select for my February Newly box. That'll be great to take to San Diego in February, because here on Long Island it's cold and icky, and it'll be a nice change. And I'll also have some fun things for vacation without having to buy new things. I know it's always fun to buy some new things to go away with, and now I don't have to buy new things. Anyway, that might be the next video. Today's video is about Nordstrom Trunk Club, which I just received my second box from them, and that is more of a subscription box service. It's not a rental where they send you items, you buy what you want and keep it, and you send back the rest, or you send it all back, as the case might be. The first time I sent it all back. You have a stylist, you fill out a form, you don't have any sort of closet that you've filled with things that you like, but you fill out this form, you tell them some additional things, you can talk to them on the phone if you like, you can send them an email if you like, you can send them a link to your blog or your Pinterest board or whatever might help them understand your style better, and then they select, I don't know what the exact number is, it's like 10 items, maybe 12 items, maybe 10 items. They pick 10 items that they think you will like, that will fit you, and they try to pick items that they can put into outfits, like a blouse and a blazer and pants, or jeans and a sweater and a bag and ankle boots, like that. So, and they give you like styling samples on a sheet that they send you along with all the prices. So you have the box for 5 days, which is not a lot of time when you have a busy life, especially when the box arrives right before Christmas, as this one did. So you have 5 days to wrap it all back up in the box, take it to UPS, and ship it back. So, as I said, this is my second box. I haven't looked through the box yet, except I've looked at one bag, because that was right on the top, and I've been desperate for a bag. But I don't know that my stylist and I are really seeing eye to eye. I don't know that she's really getting my style or my pricing needs or my sizing needs. So I think I'll give her this month. Oh, and the other thing is, when they're preparing the box and they create this collection of 10 or 12 outfits, they send you an email with all the items, and you can opt to get that item or replace that item. And you just say, no, I don't want this leopard print silk sarong, and then you write why. Because I would never wear a sarong, or it's freezing cold here and I have no need for that right now, or, you know, petite, small is not my size, and they'll replace it with something else. So you do get that one time, yeah, I don't really like all that, send me something else instead. And then once you get it, I'm not sure if I have this exactly correct, once you get it, I think you can also replace things, like if you do it fast enough, and I never do. I'm like always, and I'm saying always, this is only the second time I've done this, but I've been talking a long time, I apologize. I'm always like trying stuff on the 5th day. So like today, I have to have the box back by tomorrow, but I really want to do it today so I don't have to leave the house tomorrow if I don't really want to. So I never have time to do that. Like, I didn't like this, can you send these boots in a 10 instead of a 9.5? But you have that option. Also, there's a $20 per box styling fee, but if you have a Nordstrom credit card, you don't pay any fee. So it's really sort of like Amazon Prime Wardrobe, in that they're sending you a lot of things without you spending a penny, and you only pay for the things that you like and keep, and you send back the rest. The difference with Amazon Prime Wardrobe is you're selecting exactly the things you want, and with Nordstrom Trunk Club, someone else is selecting the things for you based on your comments and reviews on items from the past. Anyway. I will stop talking now, and I'm going to start trying on clothes. Okay. Okay, we're going to start with, let me get the list. They send you this nice list of everything. This is the Naya faux leather crossbody bag in Cognac from Soul Society, and it retails for $59.95. It's, like I said, a faux leather bag, Cognac crossbody, adjustable straps. I think I have it at the longest. I have it at the longest. I didn't want to take this off because in case I'm sending it back, which I kind of think I already am. Here's the thing. I've been looking for a Cognac bag since last summer. Let me just fix this. Forgive me. I think that'll be a little bit better. I've been looking for a Cognac bag since last summer, Cognac crossbody. And because my black bag that I've had for like 5 years is all cracked and horrible and falling apart, and I finally feel like I can go with a slightly larger bag. I've never been a big bag person, but I want something slightly larger. Anyway, the other day I was at TJ Maxx finishing up my Christmas shopping, and I said, buy a damn bag already. So this one by Fossil checked all my boxes. It's crossbody. It's got a long enough strap. It has a zipper pocket on the outside because I like, it's sort of hard to do, I like to keep my money and credit cards on the outside. I know that's weird, but it's easier to get to, and that's the thing I'm accessing the most from my purse while I'm wearing my purse. In addition to the zipper outside pocket, it also has 2 open pockets, which are nice for like just paper and other things. And on the inside, it has a nice, I don't know if you can see this, nice cell phone pocket that slips up so you don't lose your cell phone like I always do. And you go, oh my God, I've lost my cell phone. I left it somewhere in the city. And no, it's just there at the bottom of your bag. However, it's just sort of blah, blah. The shape is blah, square. The color, even though it's technically Cognac, it's very muted and sort of dull. It's not rich. But I convinced myself while I was at TJ Maxx that maybe the dull was a little better because it would go with more different tones. It would go with a warmer tone or a cooler tone, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the day I came home with this that I was not fully committed to, but I bought it anyway. Oh, P.S. This is leather, and it is $59.99. This is $59.95 and faux leather, which just doesn't really look as nice leather-wise, although I think the style of the bag is a little more attractive. It has this slightly not squared shape. I like these big ring doodads. I like this little hangy job, another little hangy job. However, ooh, hair on me. It does not have an outside zipper pocket. It just has this snappy outer pocket, which that's no good for money and credit cards. So I'd have to keep my money and credit cards inside. I would probably have to get a wallet. And I can't think of the last time I had a wallet. Usually my purses are like wallets on leashes. Excuse me. I'll be right back. I'm not really going anywhere. Okay, just so you see, this is the bag I've had for like the past 5 years. It's small, but it's decrepit. It's very nondescript. You don't notice how boring it is, so that's kind of okay. Noticeable boring, not okay. Unnoticeable boring, not so bad. It's just a utilitarian item, but it's a little small, and since I was going to finally get something new, I wanted something a little bit different. What was I saying? Oh, so this is like essentially a wallet on leash. Really, all it holds is money and credit cards, and it has 2 pockets inside. One is for like makeup and lipstick, eyeshadow things, not eyeshadow, mascara. The other is for like nail files, Tide-to-Go pen, other things like that. And in the center, if I have anything like a little journal or a winning lottery ticket, that goes in the center compartment. So I wanted a similar sort of thing. Also note, even though it's small, the zipper starts on the side and goes all the way over. So when you're going into it, even though it's small, you have good access because it opens so wide, as opposed to, going back to the Nordstrom Trunk Club bag. Oh, that is the Nordstrom Trunk Club bag. Sorry, being confused. Too many bags. As opposed to this bag, even though it looks larger because the base is larger. It narrows at the top, and the zipper top is quite small. You just don't get as good an opening, so it's a little harder, I feel like, to move around in there. There is a pocket. I don't know if it holds the cell phone. It does hold the cell phone, that's nice. But like I said, I would also now need a wallet. And that is not thrilling me because even with as little money as I typically have to carry around with me, a wallet itself just adds weight. And not to go into a whole lot of detail, I have a slipped disc. When I'm on my feet for a long time, it causes this pain under my right rib cage that over time, like if I'm walking around the city or I'm waiting in a line to get into something and I have this purse on, I get this very bad pain that gets so unbearable I can't even stand up straight. So the less I can be carrying on my body, the better. And no, I can't do a around the butt bag. First of all, I think it's very inconvenient to reach down there to find things. 2, I can't remember if I started with A or 1, so 2/B. I don't know that any of them actually fit around my very large waist. So I'm unsure about this bag, and I have to make a decision soon, but I think what this bag showed me was how unappealing this bag really is. I mean, I feel like there's got to be something else that's not $200. So they're 5-cent difference in price, so that's no help. I mean, they're very, very similar. If you just passed me on the street and then someone grabbed you and said, describe her bag, you would be describing both of these bags exactly the same. So anyway, I want to make sure I don't lose my cell phone. So that, trunk club item number 1. Now, trunk club item number 2, which I haven't even taken out, is the exact same bag, but in black, because I also am looking for a new black bag. But if I'm going to have a more utilitarian looking bag and a little nicer looking bag, I want the Cognac to be the little nicer looking. I really want another black bag, really very similar to what I already have, just small, invisible, utilitarian. So this is definitely going back. Okay, this is item number 2, which is Crewneck sweater with jeweled buttons in a 3X navy, retailing for $66. Now, I'm a new J. Crew shopper because while I knew they had gone to plus sizes, I felt because they're such a tailored brand that their plus sizes would not really be plus enough. And then I bought a coat again from them in my normal size 3X, and it was ginormous. So then I bought a coat from them in a size down, and it's like perfect. So I thought, oh, you know what? Maybe they're doing plus size right, and I was really impressed. I also bought a pair of loafers for them. I returned them, no fault of their own, they just weren't quite right for me. Anyway, this sweater, sorry, I'm looking at it in the mirror. It also looks stupid over my leggings. This sweater sort of looks like what I thought their plus sizes would fit like. This is a 3X, which is my normal size, but it's very cropped. When you have a large belly, sweaters or shirts that might be normal length on someone else become cropped on you because this bulk takes up some of the length. So it's very cropped on me, which is not something I would normally wear. The sleeves are actually a good length, which is unusual for me. It's got a slight balloon puff sleeve, and what makes it sort of special and fancy and holiday-like are these rhinestone buttons, which is it's a nice detail, but other than that, which I feel like I'm very dark when I stand up there. Other than that, unless you're taller than me, which really I guess everybody is, it's just a very plain navy pullover sweater that I didn't look at the fabric content yet. It's not itchy, but it's leaning towards itchy. In fact, my back is itchy right now. Yeah, so this is a hard no. Not difficult to make this decision, but J. Crew holiday rhinestone crewneck pullover sweater, size 3X, $66. if you're slimmer or shorter, or I don't know, really want a very plain sweater with a very fancy shoulder, this is for you. Okay, clothing item number 2 is this, stitch detail pullover sweater in gray heather by Caslon in a 3X for $69. I did remember to look at the content tag this time, and it's polyester, rayon, spandex in that order. It's like 70% polyester. It's sort of soft. It's sort of soft. It is not really a good fit on me. You know, it's like snugger here, snug here. It's, if you can see it close up, it's sort of like a Fair Isle sweater in that it has this sort of pattern running around it, but instead of being in different colors, so it would be pretty, it's just different stitching. I have a sweater that's sort of very similar to this it's sort of a funny cut in that, anyway, it's one of those sweaters that you're like, is it blue, is it gray? I'm not really sure, which is actually kind of good because you can wear it for both things. But it's a better fit than this, and it's actually on my things to be listed on Poshmark pile and has been for like well over a year. I just haven't gotten around to it. But I feel like this just makes me look like boobs and tummy, and that is not a good look. There's nothing really, you know, the sleeves are sort of long, so it's one of those items that's sort of like too big and too small at the same time. So this is also a hard pass. We have top number 3. Excuse my black bra. This is Caslon, I was just looking at it, long sleeve top, white by Caslon, 3X, retails for $69. It's a linen cotton blend, which I like very much. I've cuffed one sleeve up because that's how I probably would wear it, because you can see the sleeve is very long. So again, like the blue sweater, it's like big in the sleeve length. It's not really snug through here, but it's not really loose and flowy because it sort of keeps sticking to my butt, which is not my favorite. But I have been dropping a little bit of weight, so maybe by spring, summer, when I would actually be wearing something like this, it would fit better. I do like the style. I do like a linen cotton blend. I like that the pockets are in front of the boobs so you don't see them. I like that it's buttoned all the way down, real buttons, so you could wear it standalone as a shirt, or you could wear it open over something else. And if it was the appropriate season for this item, I might actually buy it, except for the fact that just last summer I bought a white sort of peasant-y blouse from Loft, which, while I no longer really love it, and it is highly polyester, before I was really making a point of trying to not buy that as much anymore, as long as it's in my closet and I'm wearing it, I really can't justify buying. And not that it's identical, but their uses are the same. You know, if I needed a white loose tunicky top, either one of them would be appropriate, but I know I would have a favorite, as I always do, and I would always reach for that one, and the other one would just hang unworn in my closet. So that's wasteful, and I'm trying very hard to not be wasteful, but it is a cute top. I'm very large through here, and it's not tight. Also, I'm wearing these leggings, which are like a cottony legging. Things do tend to stick to them a little more, so that's, I think if I was wearing a denim jean, it would be, they would slip like over my hips and butt a little more easily. But sadly, this also has to be a hard no. Not doing so well, am I? Okay, on to the next one. Sorry I'm so far away, but it's the only way you're going to see the pants. These are Houndstooth ankle pants by Vince Camuto in a 24W. They retail for $109. When I first saw these in the bag, I thought, I have been wanting a pair of printed pants, but I don't really know that I'm a black and white houndstooth printed pant kind of girl. But I thought, but if they fit great and make me feel good, that might sway me a little bit. And in actuality, I'm a little shocked because they actually fit pretty well. Obviously, I can't back up anymore because my Christmas tree is here. I don't know if you can really see, but the length is a little long. They would need to be altered, but they do actually fit in the waist. They're not particularly tight. It was a little hard to do the button, and there's 2 hooks. I think I only have one of them hooked. That was a little hard to do. They have 2 nice pockets on the side. They're a little loose here, but I don't know how to avoid that when you have a big belly and then smaller legs. There's gonna have to be some sort of gradation from big to smaller, and I guess this is it. But they really don't look too bad, and I would be wearing them with something a little longer, probably not as long as this very long t-shirt, but wait, I can't see what I'm doing here. But maybe that-ish long. If I had a black, like, tunic blouse or a longer black sweater, which I don't think I have either of those things right now, and I hate having to buy something new to go with something I'm just buying. Does that make sense? I don't mind not buying something new to go with something I already own, because that's just one purchase. But to buy these and say, okay, now I also have to buy a black sweater or a black blouse or a gray, whatever I want to go with it. Yeah. So while they're really very close, and surprisingly, and I like them surprisingly as much as I do, I'm gonna say for now they're going to be a no. Also, again, because I've sort of been dropping a little bit of weight, I'm afraid that very quickly this waistband that right now feels just about perfect would start to droop. I'm actually afraid it would start to droop now. Pants have a tendency to go here because my waist and the smaller part of my belly, and then they get that like droopy crotch thing going on, and that's not good. So they're very close. They're so close. Well done, stylist. I know I'm very, very hard to shop for. I can barely find things I like, let alone somebody else being able to find things that I like. So these are a pass, but only after some careful consideration. They're very close. And another faraway look, I changed into this is my white t-shirt, just so you could see the pant better, because I felt like in my black t-shirt you wouldn't really see the navy, dark navy pant. Anyway, this is, oh my goodness. Why am I not seeing them? Oh, Cameron 4-Season crop pants by J. Crew in a 24-woman navy, $149. That's a little steep for me. Anyway, that said, also they're a polyester rayon elastane. I think elastane is the same as spandex. It's a stretchy thing. So environmentally wise, they're not the best. But that said, they're not a bad fit. They are like snug in the waist, not too tight, but there's like some body here. Like I feel like they're not gonna droop down because there's not too much going on here. There are no pockets, which is a little disappointing. And they're a very straight leg cut. They're, you know, on a normal person they would be above my ankle. On me they're just below my ankle, which is good for me to find because I normally can't find anything even that short. I feel like there should be pockets, but they're just stitched up. But I feel like, yes, you're watching me stick my hands inside my pants. I feel like there are no pockets in there, and that's a shame. Anyway, here's my problem with so many straight leg or snug leg pants is they sort of fit okay through the thigh, but my calves are so large that they sort of get stuck at my calf, and then I get, well, when I bend over it goes away. But watch this area right here when I stand back up. Can you see how that's sort of baggy? because they're sort of stuck at my calf instead of just skimming my calf and gliding down to their full length. I don't know that you could let them out any, and I don't know that for $124 to start with, I would want to add on an alteration fee. But they are really, I don't exactly know what I would wear these with because they're not a jean. I guess they're a, I don't know. I also have this weird problem, and I think this is because, I hope you can see this. I can't see the monitor from this far away, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but because my thighs are so big and rounded on the front, and I have sort of, I think it's called hyperpronated knees, like my knees go really back. When I wear short or crop pants, see how it sort of sticks out to the back of my leg? And they all do that, and it's me. I mean, it's the way my body's built. It makes pants do that, and I don't like that. But I think that's unavoidable, but it makes me pass on a lot of pants that probably otherwise are good. It's just one of those things that I need to just accept about my particular body, but that's probably never gonna be any better than that. But this is a shame because I think these fit really well, and if they were half the price, and I'll actually check J. Crew because I think as of yesterday anyway, they were having a 50% off sale. If they were half price, I might get them. I might get them for half price. Okay, next. Okay, and here we have the last clothing item. I know you're going, oh my god, this is the longest video ever. Anyway, this is the Moss Crepe Blazer by Vince Camuto in navy in a 24W for $149. When I first pulled this out of the bag, I thought, oh, this is way too like corporate-y for me. But when I put it on, and it actually fit pretty nicely, I think maybe the shoulder could be a little narrower. It's a nice structured padded shoulder, and I'm always better with structure at my shoulder. I thought, you know what, this looks kind of nice, but then I tried to tug the wrinkled sleeve down. I don't know if you can see, oh sorry, I don't know if you can see because it's so dark. I tried to tug the wrinkled sleeve down, but it's one of those like faux ruched, like they've seamed it in so that it looks ruched, it looks pushed up, and that I do not like. Do not like that. If this had full-length sleeves, it feels really nice. And honestly, I could maybe do a 22 instead. But at a slightly large, the ruched sleeves, which I really do not like, and at $149, this one definitely is gonna go. So this is an unfortunate but hard no. Hello. I'm gonna tip this down a little bit. I might cut off my head, but at least this way you can see the shoes. These are Kina Loafers by Treasure and Bond in cognac leather in a size 9.5 for $79.95. Now, I have seen these shoes online before, and I've always said, oh, they're lovely. And I see other people wear them, and I go, oh, they're lovely. But they look so stiff and uncomfortable. They are neither stiff nor uncomfortable. They are lovely. They're like super soft, and I don't get like that farty noise. You know, sometimes when you wear new leather shoes, and because they're stiff, they don't like mold to your foot exactly. You get that like farty air sound as you walk around. Listen. There is no farty air sound at all. These are really nice. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. The only thing, the not tobacco style, what am I calling? Like the smoking style loafers. Because they come up so high on the foot, this dealie, as opposed to like a regular flat, which would come, like be cut there. And because I have such a hard time finding truly ankle length pants, there's not much skin showing between the top of the shoe and the bottom of the pant. And this is a pretty good length pant for me. Most of them are slightly longer, but this is really, I don't know if you can really see, and I don't want to like crinkle them or crease them, but you can see how really nice and soft they are all over. And the bottom, which I always thought was like, I don't want to say it's wood on shoes, I guess it's leather, typically hard, smooth leather. It looks like that, but they're actually rubber, and rubber soled on the heels, which I really like because I need as much rubber, I need as much rubber and cushioning as I can get between my delicate feet and the hard surface of the earth or sidewalk or whatever. So, these are a maybe. I had been looking for a pair of Cognac flats in the fall. I ended up with those chestnut flats, which are very nice. I don't know if, I have to sort of look in my closet and see if anything I would wear these with, I could really wear the chestnut ones with, then these would just be duplicating that, and I'll not get them. But they are very nice. They are very nice. The other thing is that I'm thinking, because it's already essentially January, I won't be wearing this shoe a lot for the next 2 months, let's say, when it's very cold, because I'll be wearing, hopefully if I can ever find Cognac and new black ankle boots, I'll be wearing those so they're a little warmer. And once the spring, summer comes, I really wanted to get more of a slide, because I feel like these would be, a closed shoe is hotter in the summer. So because it's this time of year, I don't know that this is really a wise expenditure of my money. What do you guys think? And don't just say, oh, they look nice, buy them, which is what everybody always says. Everybody always wants everybody to buy anything, but I try to buy, honestly, as little as possible. And if I can get away with something I already have, then that's what I like to do, rather than spend on something else. But they are really, really nice, and I'm glad I've tried them, because now I know for the future, and maybe I'll wait till next August, September, and buy them then, and have them for the full fall, because I don't really get cold until mid-December, early January. So I'd get the whole fall of wearing out of them. They are very nice. If you're looking for a pair of Cognac loafers, pointy toe, these are very comfortable. Okay, that's that. Okay, let me talk for one moment about my long-lived search for a pair of Cognac ankle boots. Several years now, I've been looking for them. I have a lot of things on my checklist. The color, the toe, I don't like too round. This is bordering on a little too round. The heel height, I really want tops a 2-inch heel, because I want to be able to really wear these around. These look a little high. But thirdly, and most important, is the size, the circumference of the opening at the top. Even with the elastic gusset, I have large calves and large shins, and normally when I put these on, this front piece cuts into the fat on the front of my shoe, and I want to be able to wear these with dresses as well as pants. And when I'm wearing dresses with tights or bare legs, you can see it dent in. I don't know, I've tried to take pictures of them, it's hard for me to take pictures of that myself. Anyway, just by looking at these, I can already see they have a lot of strikes against them. And number 4 is, I don't even know if I'll be able to get them on because there's no zipper. So I'm gonna go away for a second and see if I can get them on. Oh, P.S. These are, they're very nice looking, but these are Mascarpone Bay Chelsea boot by Clark's in tan, 9.5 for $159.95. That's also really high on my shoe shopping price range. All right, I'm back. Shoes still in my hand. As I suspected, I couldn't even get them on. There isn't even like a pull tab to, like, I get the front of my foot in. This is sort of caved in because it's so tight. I have a hard time reaching my feet, period, let alone the back of my heel. And if I could just get my finger in something, I might be able to tug them up, but there isn't, so I can't. But it's a nice boot. It's rubber soled, it's rubber heeled, it's real leather. It's pretty nice soft leather. But like I said, I knew as soon as I saw it, it was not going to be the boot for me. And that, my friends, is it. And the only thing I'm really thinking about keeping was these pants. But even just as I've been wearing them for the past few things, they're already, the waist is starting to droop down. But it's not giving me the saggy crotch because there's a lot of good structure through here. And that's good. So, like I said, I'm going to look at J. Crew. And if they are indeed 50% off, these are a winner. Ding, 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 ding. My first purchase through Trunk Club. My stylist will be so happy. And then I have to pack all this stuff up and get it to UPS today so I don't get charged for everything. Which, even if that happened, that is not the worst thing in the world, because tomorrow I just pack them all up and do returns and everything. But they would charge my credit card the, you know, whatever all these numbers add up to, some several $100s, and I don't really want that to be. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you're still awake. I hope you're still here. I'm sorry this was so long. It's hard to do these try-ons any shorter because you want to talk about the item. That's the whole point, so that other people perhaps looking at the same item can know whether it's going to work or not for them. I don't really know how to make it any shorter. I'm not a good editor, so it's hard for me to like clip out when I go or there's a spare second, or like I'm looking for the thing on the list. I'm not good at that, which is why I'm thinking YouTube is really not the place for me, and stories might be better. And now I'm making this even longer by talking about how long it is, so I'm going to go. I hope this was helpful. If so, please click the little thumbs up button below. If you're not already following, click subscribe. I don't post often, so I will not be bombarding you with videos, but once in a while I do. And if you also are on Instagram, check me out on Instagram at @fashionschlub, or check out my blog at https://fashionschlub.com, because that's where I am 4 times a week, sometimes more, and we have some very good conversations. All right. And for now, Happy New Year and goodbye.